everyone, myself Viharika. I am working as Assistant Professor from the Department of Information Technology from MLR Institute of Technology, Hyderabad. In this lecture, I am going to discuss what is software engineer and design. And now let us see the overview of software engineering and design. Today in this lecture, I am going to discuss introduction of software engineering and software process as well as components of software process. Now let us discuss what is software engineering. The term software engineering is the product of two words. One is software and the other was what is engineering. The software is a collection of integrated programs. Software subsists of carefully organized instructions and code written by developers on any various particular computer languages. Computer programs and related documents such as requirements, design model, and user manuals. Engineering is nothing but it is the application of scientific and practical knowledge to invent, design, build, maintain, and improve frameworks as well as the processes and etc. Now, what is exactly software engineering? Software engineering is a systematic approach to designing, developing, testing, and deploying and maintaining software application. It follows engineering principles to ensure software is reliable, efficient, scalable, as well as it is also maintainable. Mainly, this software engineering is focused on this 5 criteria. One is requirement analysis, design, development, testing, and deployment as well as the maintenance. Now let us discuss what is requirement analysis. Requirement analysis is nothing but understanding what the user needs. That we call it as requirement analysis. Designing is nothing but structuring the software architecture. Development is nothing but writing code. Testing is nothing but ensuring the software works correctly. Deployment as well as the maintenance is nothing but releasing as well as updating the software. These are the 5 criteria this mainly software engineering focus on. Now, for this software engineering, I was giving the real-time example based upon this online food delivery app. Let us see the example of software engineering. A food delivery app is built using software engineering principles. As we know, there are 5 criteria levels, that is requirement analysis, design, development, testing, deployment as well as the maintenance. Now let us see what is the requirement analysis based upon this example. Requirement analysis. Users should be able to browse restaurants, order food and track delivery. Restaurant should be able to receive and as well as it has to confirm the orders. And next, delivery personnel should get assigned tasks efficiently. Next, coming to the design. What are the design tasks for this example? Database for storing user, restaurant and as well as the order details. Backend API to process orders and payments. Frontend UI for users, restaurants and delivery partners. And now coming to the development for this example is backend in Java or Python. We can write the code for processing the logic and frontend in React or Flutter for user interface. Databases like MySQL, PostgreSQL for storing the data. Now coming to the next criteria is testing. For this example, I was taking like functional testing as well as the performance testing and security testing. In testing also we are having 3 types. One is functional testing, performance testing and security testing. Now coming to the functional testing. What is functional testing? It ensuring the order process works. What is performance testing? It handling multiple users ordering at once only. For example, multiple users was ordering the food at a time. Then it allows all the users at once only. Next, coming to the security testing, it protecting payment details. For example, whatever the payment we are doing by using this app, it protects this payment details by using security testing. Now coming to the deployment and as well as the maintenance. What is deployment and maintenance? It is the continuous updates for better features and security patches. monitoring server performance for smooth operations. This structured process ensures that the food delivery app is efficient, reliable, as well as scalable for following software engineering. Now, coming to the next topic is software process. What is software process? A software process is a set of activities and associated outcome that produce a software product. It is a set of activities and associated outcome. What it produces? It produces a software product. Software engineers mostly carry out these activities. There are 4 key process activities which are common to all software process. These activities are software specifications, software development, software validation, and software evaluation. 4 process activities are: one is software specification, software development, software validation, and software evaluation. Now we are going to discuss what is software specification. The functionality of the software and constraints on its operations must be defined. It should be defined in a well way. And next coming to the software development is the software to meet the requirement must be produced. Software validation is nothing but the software must be validated to ensure that it does what the customer wants. Next, coming to the software evaluation is the software must evolve to meet the changing client needs. It must be updated according to the client needs. Now, coming to the software process architecture. Here we can also deal with the program versus software. Software is more than programs. Any program is a subset of a software, and it becomes software is only if documentation and operating procedure manuals are prepared. There are 3 components of the software. One is program, documentation, operating procedures. These are the 3 main components of the software. One is program, documentation, operating procedure. Software is equals to program plus documentation plus operating procedures. Now let us discuss what is program. Program is a combination of source code as well as the object code. Next, coming to the next topic is documentation. Documentation consists of different types of manuals. Example of documentation manuals are: here it contains data flow diagram, flow charts, ER diagrams, etc. List of documentation manuals as you can observe this architecture. Documentation manual supports with the analysis or specification, design, implementation, testing. This analyzation or specification deals with the formal specification, context diagram, data flow diagrams. This design may deal with the flow charts, entity relationship diagrams. This implementation part deals with the source code listing, cross-reference listing. Testings are 2 types again: test data, test results. This entire architecture show how the documentation manual works. Now let us discuss what is operating procedural. Operating procedures consist of instructions to set up and use the software system and instructions how to react to the system failure. Example of operating system procedures manual is installation guide, beginner guide, reference guide, and system administration guide, etc. Here, these are the architecture for operating procedural manual. Operating procedure deals with 2 different types. One is operation manual and user manual. Operation manual may also deals with the 3 different components. That is, one is system overview, reference material, beginner guide. And this user manual may deals with system administration guide, installation guide. Now, let us see what is process. A process is a structured and repeatable set of activities designed to achieve a specific outcome efficiently and consistently. It provides a framework for managing work systematically. Here, the key characteristics of process are ongoing and continuous, standardization, improves efficiency, used across multiple projects. This process may work ongoing and continuous, and it is also a standardization. It improves efficiency and it also used across multiple projects. What is ongoing and continuous? It is used to repeatedly for different projects. Standardization is nothing but it follows predefined steps for consistency. Improves efficiency means it ensures high quality and optimized workflows. Next, coming to the used across multiple projects is nothing but not limited to one specific goal. It works with the multiple projects, as we know. For this example, I was giving the agile development process. It defines how software teams works iteratively, use sprints, daily stand-ups, and continuous feedback to develop this software. It collects the continuous feedbacks from the customer and it also develops the software updately. Now let us discuss what is a project. A project is a temporary goal, effort undertake to create a unique product, service or result within a specific time frame. Here the key characteristics of the project are temporary, unique goal, resource driven, managed by a team. What is temporary? It has defined a start or end date. And unique goal is it focus on delivering a specific outcome. Resource driven is nothing but it requires budget, time as well as the personnel. And managed by a team, it often lead by the project manager. For example, for this example I was taking is developing a food delivery mobile app. Like as we know, the food delivery mobile app like Uber Eats, Zomato, Swiggy, this all comes under the food delivery mobile app. It is a project because it has a specific goal, timeline as well as the budget. What is a process? Let us take in a simple way. Let us discuss in a simple way. A process is like a recipe. It tells you the general step how to cook a meal. A project is like cooking a specific dish using the recipe for an event. For example, an event like birthday parties. We are making a cake. That cake that is a special recipe that comes under the project. Components of software process. Now we are going to discuss what are the components of software process. The process that deals with the technical and management issues of software development are collectively called the software process. A software process includes all the technical and management activities needed to develop software effectively. These activities are characterized into two main components. One is development process and other one is process management process and project management process. Development process focus on engineering as well as the software. Project management process focus on the ensures the project is planned and controlled to meet the budget, timeline and the quality of the standards. For this, I was giving the real-time example is imagine a company developing a food delivery app. The development process involves coding the app, designing the UI and testing its functionality. The project management process ensures the team meets deadlines as well as it stays within the budget and delivers a quality product. This is the difference between development process as well as the project management process. As development process generally do not focus on evolution and changes. To handle them, another process called software configuration control process is often used. The objective of this component process is to primarily deal with the managing change so that integrity of the product is not violated or it should not despite the changes. What is product engineering process? Their main objective is to produce the desired product. The basic objective of the process management process is to improve the software process. By improvement, we mean that the capability of the process is to produce quality goods at low cost and it is for improved. For this, the current software process is studied frequently by studying the project that have been done using this process. This is the architecture for software process. Software process may deals with the project engineering process as we discussed above as well as the process management process. This project engineering process deals with these three criteria. One is development process, and second one is project management process, and software configuration management process. Additionally, software process components are software configuration control process. The purpose of software configuration control process is it manages changes to the software without affecting its stability. For example, a restaurant requests a new feature for real-time ordering tag. The configuration team ensures this change is implemented without breaking the existing feature. It does not break the existing one, but it implements the new one. That is nothing but software configuration control process. Now let us discuss what is product engineering process. The purpose is for this product engineering processes, it focuses on delivering the final product. For example, ensuring the food ordering app is functionally and it is secure and it meets user expectations before launch. And now we are going to discuss what is process management process. Purpose is continuous improve the software development process for better efficiency as well as the quality. For this, I was giving the best example is after launching the app, the company studies previous projects and it identifies inefficiency and it improves future development cycles. These are the additional software process components. Thank you.